Pete is relatable, right? Like that's
Yes.
why people are going to love him, because they're going to be like, this is a dude that I could call up on a Thursday and be like, yo, meet me at Hokey House. We're going to have a beer and we're going to talk about everything that's wrong with the town of Blacksburg. Whereas with the current regime, yeah, never mind. I will
Yeah,
not say what I actually think.
You ready to throw some mud, Pete? We gonna get down
I
into it?
I tell you, I would be happy to hear it, but I think the big thing that frustrates me so much is that I've heard from so many people that there's no point in talking to town council because they're just going to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And but I've had very
Fact.
positive experiences with reaching out to them, with having good conversations. This whole like construction project that just went through was not something I was happy with, but I was able to get meetings with all of the town council members and had really good conversations. And it was a close vote. You know, it was 3-4. And well, 3-4 as far as I said, it was 4-3 as far as it going through. But there are council members that really want to listen, that want more feedback, that know that they're not the smartest person in the room, and they need everybody to chip in and contribute. And there are some that are less so. But just the fact that there's a perception that like, yeah, there's no point in talking to them. That stinks. Everybody should feel like that you could reach out to them and or to anyone, any of your leadership, and that they want to hear from you. So that was the most frustrating thing for me, and that was one of the reasons that I really decided to run was we need to change that. We need to change that just that vibe in the town that the people who are making decisions don't want to hear from you.
Pete, there was one thing I really wanted to get your opinion on. Now,
Yeah.
let's say that you're mayor, and hypothetically, there's these sidewalks being built, and on these sidewalks there are these trees being planted. If there's a tree planted in front of a business owner's sign, what recourse would that business owner have for the fact that the tree has covered up his very expensive lit sign?
I feel your pain, man. They're putting an 8-story building in front of my very
Yeah.
expensive sign. But have you maybe you should take like a bonsai class and creatively, you
Oh,
I
know,
yes.
suggested
sculpt the
that.
tree. It could
Chop the
frame.
tree. Yes.
Yeah, there's a whole forestry program here, man. You could see if they could grow the tree in a way that would highlight the sign.
I meant like I emailed the town and they were like receptive. I thought at first, and then it was just like crickets. Like whenever it
Hmm.
grew up to where it was like blocking my sight, I was like, "Can I at least like get some more signage and put another one up or something like that?" And they're like,
Nope.
"Yeah, just nothing."
No.
And then
You
when
know,
I
and
changed my name and replaced like my front vinyl or whatever, they were like, "Well, we can't approve this because there's it's too much with those in your sign." I was like, "My other sign? You mean the one that's blocked by the
The one
tree?"
that can't be seen. Yeah.
yeah,
The biggest thing that I felt like with this development across the street from my bakery, the I had such a huge problem because the first time I heard about it was when the zoning sign went up across the street.
mm-mm.
And everybody on that town council and tons of people in town know me or my business at some level and could have at one point, at any point, just said, "Hey, did you know something's happening across the street?"
Yeah.
And just a heads up. Um, and and so I think that like so when did you find out about the tree when they started planting it?
When they planted the fucking tree, that's when.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
mom.
Sorry,
so I
mom.
right, no, mom gets it. But it's just like so I think that some of the communication may go to the property owners, but for all of us who are renting and business owners, nothing's likely to ever be said.
Right.
And so we need to be a little more proactive about that. Like if something's going to affect something in town that you want to still be there, then like just somebody, should be able to make the time to go and talk to
Yeah.
the folks in your building and say, "Hey, trees are coming in.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?" You know?
Yeah.
Um, and maybe they hear what you say and they don't care, but at least they asked or said something and it wasn't just it popped up. Right.
And Pete, this is episode
blank.
34. Would you care to guess how many times this has been brought up in the 34 episodes we've done of this show? I'll give you a hint. It's all of them.
It's all of them.
It's a running gag now. The tree is.
So the
We're
tree
gonna make
started
t-shirts.
this.
The tree. The tree
Yeah,
started
the tree,
this.
The tree is why you drink, Jeremy. That's what
The
you're
tree
saying.
is why I drink.
Okay.
It's not Hokies football. It's the tree.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, it's like how do you express that this is like a bad situation and you don't want it to happen if you have a culture that is saying that you can't talk to, you know, the town. They're just going to do whatever they want. You know, it's just kind
Did
of
we just circle back? We sure did.
a little
We
bit.
sure did. Brought it full round.
Yeah.
Big bagel circle.
Well,
There
everyone-
might have been a pretzel twist. I don't know, whatever.
We're coming to the end of our drinks.
Oh,
Yes.
Pete, what would you like to say to everyone right now? Our 100-some live viewers, everyone
And my
else that
mom.
watches and
Yeah.
listens after, and of course your mother, your dear sweet
And
mother.
your mom. Yes.
What would you like to say right now?
what would I like to say right now? I would like to say thank you to you guys, because as much as there are people who plant trees in front of our businesses and approve sky rises and tear out, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of good people who support one another in this town.
There is.
And you need to look to those folks as examples of who you can be too, and not get discouraged by people saying they don't want to listen, because there's people who do want to listen. There's people who want to help. And those are the people that we should be using as role models. And you guys doing this is one of those things.
Yeah,
And
we're special, Paul.
You are.
We are.
You
We
are.
very special.
Because you could be out here like yelling about people and like telling them, take down this tree, burn it, throw it across the street, you know. But you're not doing that. You know, it's a joke and you're upset about it, but you know, you're also trying to be supportive and that's awesome.